Hey, what is up, PokeMoshPit? This is Chasemcawesome here, bringing you an epic 4th Gen OU Wi-Fi battle versus Liam, aka Madasmoody. Great match. I don't play a lot of 4th Gen, actually. I'm getting ready for 5th Gen. Keep practicing with 5th Gen. And he only has 4th Gen, so I was like, what the hell? He's going on a vacation for a while, so here we go. Infernape. Lead Infernape with Focus Sash. I just go for the Fake Out, then go for the Close Combat. Really don't care about the defense and special defense drop. He goes for the Stealth Rocks, and he gets some hazards up immediately. I go for the Rocks as well, and yeah, and then I go for the Fire Blast like an idiot, knowing that Tentacruel is specially defensive. I really don't know why I did that, and yeah. Anyways, he goes for the Rapid Spin, breaking my Sash and taking out my Rocks at the same time. The great move on his part. So yeah, Surf, and I send in my Togekiss, who takes some Stealth Rock damage as well. Actually lives at about over half, which is actually pretty good. He sets up some Toxic Spikes, which really doesn't matter right now. And I am able to Thunder Wave his Tentacruel, so that's going to play a huge part. It's going to slow his Tentacruel down so that I'm faster. I actually go for the Thunder Wave again, and then I go for it again on this turn, just predicting his switch to any of his other Pokemon, knowing that he couldn't do anything. But when I notice that he has Sludge Bomb, and that he's trying to poison me with it, I really need to Thunder Wave his Pokes. Anyways, he goes for the Sludge Bomb again, and I miss my Air Slash that past turn. One of my mottos in Pokemon Wi-Fi battling is you gotta learn to deal with hacks, and you gotta learn to accept the fact that hacks will happen. And as a good Pokemon battler, you need to learn how to compensate for that hacks and play to the best of your ability. Even if you get the worst hacks in the world, you can still win with the right amount of prediction. So yeah, I go into my Jirachi, and he sends in his Metagross at the same turn. I go for the Scarfed Fire Punch, hoping for the burn hacks. He goes for the Earthquake and the Bullet Punch, and that really sucks because I hope to live it and just Fire Punch again. That Bullet Punch really caught me off guard, however, and I go into my Zapdos. I'm able to get up a sub after Stealth Rock's damage being about half damage. He breaks my sub, and with the Explosion, which really caught me off guard, but again, really cool poke out of the way. Awesome for me. Anyways, he sends out his Swampert. I predict the obvious Avalanche or Ice Beam, and I just go for the Roost. He goes for the Avalanche, which is pretty cool. It means that move wasn't going to do anything with me because I was now Electric type. And I scout for Hidden Power because I don't know what it is. I learned that it's ice, so he roars me out into my Starmie. That's all good. I mean, he really can't do anything to him. I can't really do anything to him. But little does he know that I'm Life Orb. I stupidly go for the Rapid Spin and take out his Stealth Rocks and Toxic Spikes from my field. He goes to the Earthquake, does a lot of damage being stabbed, and the poison will be able to kill me off, which kind of sucked. I mean, all I got to do is Rapid Spin. Really sucks. Anyways, I'm able to Air Slash him, flinch, and that'll clinch the kill if I hit the next one, and I do, which is pretty cool. It means that's a Swampert gone out of the way. That's a Swampert that I really don't need in this match. And yeah, another poke down. Another poke down to winning. So yeah, he goes to the Tri-Attack, and I look at this damage and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? And he gets the crit and the freeze, which, you know, as a Pokemon battler, you really got to learn to compensate for this stuff. You really got to learn to accept the fact that hacks like this is bound to happen. So, I mean, he does go for the Tri-Attack. I am still frozen solid. So I'm just going to leave this Togekiss in as death fodder. Really no use of me anymore, being frozen and all. So he gets the Aura Sphere, and that'll finish me off. So, really sucks. I go into my Infernape just for the Fake Out to take some damage off of that stupid Togekiss. I learned that it does have lefties, so I was scouting for that as well. And I happen to go for the Close Combat, being the highest move I can really do. I wanted to go for the Fire Blast, but I learned that Togekiss is especially defensive. It does get a crit, though, at Close Combat, which is, you know, pretty cool on my part. And he does just go for the tri-attack. That tri-attack will be able to finish me off. So now I learned that it also doesn't have Air Slash, which is pretty cool as well. I mean, just scouting for more moves. The more information you have about your opponent, then the more advantage that you have over them. So yeah, I go for the sub with my Zapdos, and he goes to the Roost, which really doesn't affect me in the long run. It's just gonna enable his defeat, and I get a free sub out. So I just go for the Thunderbolts, being dedicated, stabbed. He sends in his Tentacruel, which I know is specially defensive, but that still does crap load of damage. I mean, like, oh my god, it's gonna be able to 2-hit KO this guy. So I just go for it again. I know that none of his pokes can really take it that well besides Shaman. And, yeah. So, boom, Thunderbolt, boom. That's another poke down. Another poke ready to win. Further to winning. So anyways, he goes into his Machamp. I am just going to Thunderbolt it, and I'm surprised that I'm faster, but I noticed that Machamp is pretty slow. I do get a crit, but learning that just this Dynamic Punch doesn't even take out my sub, I honestly don't believe that crit mattered. I would have just been able to sub after this next one. Thunderbolt and Dynamic Punch, that is. But I'm left with another sub, I guess. It really doesn't matter. I would have been at just a quarter of less HP. So, he's down to 2 pokes. I go for the Thunderbolt with the, on the Togekiss, just for some stabbed and super effective damage. And that does a lot, and that wasn't even a crit. So he goes for the Ominous Wind, hoping for all of the stat raises. Doesn't get it, which is pretty cool on my part. It means, I almost clinched the win. So if he would have gotten the stat raise, he would have been able to try attack me, own me in the face with that completely, and OHKO me. And my last Pokemon would have been taken out completely by it. So, I mean, great part that I didn't get the Ominous Wind hex. So yeah, he sends in his Shaman after I kill off his Togekiss. I go for the HP Ice, now scouted for it, and that's why I did. So I would learn what kind of move it was, so I can balance my team out for it. I should have learned it beforehand, but again, kind of new to the 4th gen stuff, more into the 5th gen stuff. So yeah, I just go for the HP Ice, just get some dedicated damage off. I could go for the Thunderbolts and try and get some Parahacks, but it's not much Parahacks, and I'd rather just get some super effective damage off at this time. Because it's nearing the end of the match. He has his last Pokemon right here, and I have 2 Pokemon, Zapdos and my last one. So I go for the Seed Flare. He does get a special defense drop, and I go for the other Hidden Power. That does an awful amount. And he goes to the Seed Flare. It misses, another inevitable hacks. If it's not 100% accuracy, it's bound to miss. So it's worth going for the 100% accuracy, but if you're going with a more powerful move, then you might want to take a chance. I mean, chances must be taken. So I go for the Hidden Power. He lives at 9 HP, and he's able to Seed Flare me, and I die. So I guess that's all good. I'm able to send in my last Pokemon as he takes some lefties. My last Pokemon is Tyranitar, which has the Sandstream, and because it's rock, it will be able to boost its special defense by 1.5, and thus live this Seed Flare at 100 damage. I'm able to Fire Punch for the win, so be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check me out, check Liam out. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.